Hi, my name is Tim Nally. Once again, we're in Fur Lining Garments 103, the third part of a series. This is all about coats after they've been stripped out of their lining and cutting. Our first thing up is a rabbit fur coat from the 70s. This was some clubber's coat back in the 1970s when I went to the discos and whatnot. My lady needs a fur lined coat and she wanted something soft and white. This is as close to white as I got. I got it off of eBay right after Christmas when everyone's broke anyway. So I got it for 20 bucks. 20 bucks for all this fur. Now my lady's a size is 5'4" and a size 12 to 14. This is a size 8. There's a problem. I can't fit it on my lady. She needs a fur-lined coat. However, these coats have a certain part. Here's the collar, nice wide collar like they had in the 70s, and they have about a 3-inch turn back of fur all along the front. Right here you can see exactly where the hooks were. It's about 3 inches in. Hook, hook, hook. I took those hooks out. I'm going to cut it right along here, and then I'm going to cut it on the other side right along here where you have the hooks. See, I even have the pockets still in here. And I'm going to sew both these strips together, and we expand the back. I'm going to split this right down the center from the collar all the way down. I'm going to cut this fur collar off because I have something better to put on there. And I'm going to put those 2 strips from the front that I sew together right down the back. It'll be 6 inches wider across the back here. And it'll fit my lady fine. She's an Italian Wren. This will fit over fine. Now, what I'm going to replace it with, if I cut those strips off and I move it 3 inches over, it means the closure moves 3 inches over if I expand the back. And 6 inches down the back. So I'm going to have a gap from here to here on her. Not acceptable. She's going to freeze. We're in central Ohio. It gets down to 20 at night or less in January and February.
How many inches of opening equals a size again?
Okay, 1 inch equals a size. So if you're a size 14, you need an extra inch of fur down your back to make a 6 bigger, and so forth. The 3-inch strips are 3 sizes. 3 sizes, 3 sizes, add them to an 8, that's a size 14, that'll fit my lady. What I'm going to replace them with, down in front, I'm going to strip this out. This is just a bola. This is me. Rare, baby. But, as you can see, this thing's really, really long. My lady's 5'4". I need about that much of it to, after I strip it out and split it right down the center and put each of these strips along the front so it looks like it's lined in this instead of cheap ass raccoon that's actually lined in. I'm going to have about 2 foot of this. Guess what I'm going to do with it? About a foot. I'm also going to cut this in half. I'm going to make a fur brim for her hat, and if I have enough, I'm going to put it around her collars of her fur-lined coat. This I also got for 20 bucks on eBay right after Christmas because people are broke, but I'm not. And this, as you can tell, is very nice white fox. And it's already cut to the same size as I need it. All I have to do is split it down the center, and I'm done. I love this stuff because I'm a lazy man, and this is a lazy man's garment here. It's just a bowl of.
That's not lazy, that's efficient.
It's efficient. Yeah, I like that. It's efficient. Now, since my lady also likes short garments, I've gotten her this beaver jacket. And as you can see, it has a sleeve. This is the turn back on the sleeves. It's from the 50s. I'm going to cut this off, turn it inside out, and sew it along here so it's an extra long sleeve. You can see that it also has fur lining along the inside edge a style thing, right? This isn't wide enough for my lady to wear. In this case, I'm going to split about half of this off.
Step under the light, Tim, and show me that again.
Okay, this is the inner lining that was on the original coat. You can see I've left the pockets in. This thing has reinforcement all along the shoulders and the top. I'm going to leave this in because it's there for a reason. Now this, I'm going to split about half of it out on each side. Split about half that out. And we're going to use the other half to make it wider in the front so it'll close. I'm going to put these 2 inches in the back because this thing is about a size 10. My lady's a 14. I'll probably use some of the collar to make her hat a new hat. You can see it has fur in the back, fur in the front. If you were to turn this thing inside out, you'd see where it's joined. When you make a fur-lined coat for someone, guess what? This is how it is. You just turn a fur coat inside out, put fabric over top. The way you do this is you put it on a dress dummy, if you have a friend who has one, and then you layer the fabric across it. And as you layer it across, you sew it down to it.
You can also find plans online to make a duct tape dress dummy too.
Exactly. Like off of Costumers Manifesto is a great site. Now for my lady, this is what her fur-lined coat's going to look like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cheap heavy muslin and layer this all across because, you know, if you have silk or something lightweight, it's going to show these bumps. But if you put something over top that's one contiguous cloth, then it's going to smooth all that out. Then you can put your silk over top. Now she has this beautiful purple silk we got in Chicago for this thing. And I'm going to put the muslin over top, then I'm going to put the silk over top. And it won't show at all.
But Master Mordock, won't that make it hot?
But when you're freezing, it won't be hot. And she's freezing. And there's also the opulence part of having a fur-lined coat. You don't wear them. Most of the times at an event, in part 1 I showed you my fur-lined coat. That's my coat that I wear. Most of the time I wear it and people ooh and ah, and then I back up to a chair and I shrug my shoulders and it falls over the chair because I don't have my sleeves in it. And people would get and then I'll walk off and people get a chance to look at it up close and personal. And they never realize just how easy it is to make one of these things. So all you have to do is take some muslin. You don't even have to really sew it together that well. You just layer it over top. You put the sleeve cuffs in and you roll it and it finishes it off. Do the same thing with the silk. After I widen this out in the back, it's going to be too narrow for my lady's shoulders. This is for someone who survived the Great Depression. When it widens out, it'll be big enough. This will be a nice short jacket for over her longer dresses. Thank you for attending 103, and I will show you a lot more in 104. That's when we're going to get into actually sewing it. Thanks, and have a great day.